Because I'm always going to be like, if the roles were reversed, is he going to do that to me? There's very few papooses out here. Very few.
Not the papoose.
If you want the tea, come get it seriously. Talk about your favorite web series. Right here on Seriously.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Seriously Podcast. I'm Mary.
I'm Brittany.
And we are continuing our recap of Reasonable Doubt, which is a Hulu show, part of the Onyx Collective.
Yes.
Produced and directed by Kerry Washington.
Yes. Black excellence.
Black excellence, starring a whole bunch of black people.
Excellent black people. A whole bunch.
Whole bunch of them.
Great. So we are talking about episode 5 today. So if you haven't already, stop right here and go back and watch our previous recaps where we talked about episode 1 through 4. You can listen to them on all podcast platforms and on Black Oak TV coming soon. And every episode, roller coasters, which we enjoy. Every episode, drama, deceit, and betrayal.
Yeah.
Love that. And what I will say about this episode, we're getting more in depth of the past.
Yeah. We always need that. We always ask for that. Any show we start, we know a back in the day episode's going to come out.
Always.
Because they're starting off and we don't know nothing.
Yeah, we need to know, how did we get here?
Yeah, questions are piling up.
Yeah.
Concerns are piling up. Comments are piling up.
Yes. And usually when you give us a backstory, it answers everything we need to know.
Everything clicks.
Everything falls into place. And I will say this episode did kind of challenge our predictions.
Yes. But at the same time, kept us on like the edge of our seats.
Absolutely.
Kept us on our toes. Because
Absolutely.
it's like, you never know.
You never
it doesn't
really
fully
know.
answer it, but it's like maybe.
Okay, so let's get into episode 5 of Reasonable Doubt.
Let's do it. You're on.
I'm on. So it is 2007. 2007 was a good year.
Yeah.
We're thinking 07, early 2000s. That's where I love to live. 07, give me 03 to 08. I love it. Music, everything.
Yeah.
So the good time. So what was surprising to me was Damon been in jail. Ben. I thought they met outside of jail and then he got into some trouble and then they had the history, but this is where they met.
Yeah, they made us really look old because remember, it's 16 years. And it's like, damn, was that 2007 for real?
How was that 2007? So I was...
Young buck. You were a young buck.
Young buck.
Young stallion.
15?
15. What's the math here?
No, the math is not mathing.
What's the math here? Because he said he was in jail for 16 years.
Yes.
And this was his case that we're going to get into.
Right. Okay. Yeah. We were 15, 16.
15, 16,
yeah. So he she was his public defender. Defender.
She was defending.
She was defending him, the public. So that was interesting to me. So you seeing her meeting him in jail, how does this promote or challenge a theory of him being the father to Spence?
Who is Spence? Is that the child's name?
We never knew. We don't do names here.
Is that his name for real?
Spencer.
Okay. It still can be a challenge. It still can be true.
How?
Because she could still visit him.
I heard that you can only be married.
But you never know. Visits. Money talks.
Money does talk. And a lot of those cops in the jail, real crooked. And they'll do some things for some change. Okay?
So that's what I mean by like, it kind of answers, but doesn't answer. It still has us thinking, oh, it could have possibly happened. You just never know. Because we see a little love during lockup romance brewing here.
Love and locked up. So basically their relationship, it strengthens.
It blossomed
here. It blossoms here.
This is where we saw it first.
Yes. So with her, she has been, defending the public and
Fighting the good
fighting.
fight.
And a lot of times her previous clients would just not want to, like, I don't even want to go through the whole trial process. Right. Let me take the plea deal. Let me be on my way. Let me just do my 2-3 years and be out.
Right.
And she kind of gave him that same energy, but all odds were against him.
Yes, he had his friend. First of all, let's talk about the case.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Apparently there was like this big brawl at the bar. He's with his friend.
He said he don't know what, he said he just opened his eyes and it was a fight.
And fists were just like knocking him out.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, his knife ends up in someone's neck.
Mm-hmm. And
so
he don't know.
The scene.
He said, I can't stay here. I cannot stay here.
And this is where I finally heard he had a family business to uphold. Remember, you told me this in the last episode.
You didn't believe.
And I did not believe. I was just like, she's just talking. But it's true. He was like, my dad left the business.
Yes.
And, I have to be there.
Yes, of course.
He was the older brother. I didn't even know that was his brother. I thought
that
was his cousin this entire time.
No, it's the bro. The family business. Little baby bro.
Yeah.
So at this point, she wasn't really taking him serious. She's like, listen, take the plea deal, go about your business. But he's like, you need to fight for me.
Right.
So she's going through the case. She's like, there's a bunch of holes here. Like, it's dark. No one really, the client, the witnesses aren't really valid. It's a lot of reasonable doubt. So she went to the DA and he said, so you didn't hear.
And the DA was Miguel.
It was Miguel. And he's like, so you didn't get the new findings? That was his knife.
And she's like, what now?
Mm-hmm. Because he didn't tell her the whole truth.
Do they ever?
They never do. They just think they'll just, get set free.
Yeah.
The truth always comes to light.
Well, there you have it.
there you have it. And so she like gets on him, and then his temper rises to the top. He's like, I thought you were going to fight for me. You just going to give up on me just like everyone else.
Sob story. That's what it gave.
That's what it gave.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But him having that temper, we need to put a pin on that because that's going to bite him in the butt later on.
Yeah. Because he looks and he sounds like the nice guy.
Yeah, sweetheart.
But when he's upset, you're going to see the true him.
You're going to see the true. And so it comes to the point where she's just like, you know what? Let me take him serious.
Yeah.
Let me really do the job. Because I wasn't really, into it, whatever.
She don't want to see another black man behind bars.
She don't want to see it. Wrongfully accused. Because she really believes him.
Yeah.
Do we believe him? Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
I honestly don't know. Because, again, he comes off like nice guy. But when he's upset, this was a brawl. Nobody knows nothing in this case. These witnesses are completely useless. I was just like, what is the story here?
What's the truth? What is the truth? So before
Do you believe him?
At first I did. But the story, it's like, how convenient. You know what? I don't know.
Yeah, because he said his knife fell out his pocket in the middle of the fight. And it
could be.
It could have been. And then someone ends up stabbing.
Like somebody said, ooh, a knife. And he said, It could.
And then his friend, who's also being tried with him, flips on him and is like, no, he's the one who did it.
Yes.
Even though he's the one that started it.
Yes, because they offered him a plea deal.
Yeah.
And he flipped the script. But before we get to the case, I just want to talk about like how Jax and Damon's relationship started bonding because they were trauma dumping on each other.
Always. We had asked, is her dad a criminal? She said, yes, he was. He was in and out of jail.
She did say that. So
that's where it started. I love criminals.
I love criminals. And then his mom was an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. So she died.
Did she?
I think she died.
I thought she abandoned him.
She ain't here. Whether she just ain't here.
She's not here with us.
The father did die.
The father died, yes.
Because he worked himself to death. To make up for the money they lost when the mom.
What are you talking about?
He said this. He said something. The dad worked.
Just making up a story.
The dad worked himself to death to make up for what they lost with the mom.
Yeah, because I think the mom abandoned them.
Okay. So the mom is just fleeing.
Yes. So the mom abandoned him, her dad abandoned her.
Yes.
So trauma bonding at its finest.
At its finest. And he just even asked her, like, you know, what did he say? Who failed you?
He kept asking the questions that needed to be asked. And she's just like, finally, someone cares about me. Jax.
Answer the question, though. Answer the question, though. Because she's always helping everybody else, but who helps Jax? And that's one of the things that we saw, I think, last episode, that he asked the questions.
Yeah, he
to
cares.
get deep inside. That's a different type of love. And this is when I knew this is her true love.
Is it love?
You think it could be lust. It could be lust. It could be lust. Okay. So as they're like, you know, their relationship is blossoming and he gets a little, it comes to a point where she's about to go to bed.
First of all, before they even get to that, throughout the episode, phone calls all day, all night, all types of hours.
Yeah.
Very comfortable on
Just
the
talking
phone
about
with
the
each
case.
other. The case, if you will. To the point to, you know, she's, like you said, she's at home late at night. And she's like, how did you even get a phone?
She said, they let you make calls this time of night over there?
He said, don't worry about that, sweetheart. Okay.
Don't worry about that, sweetheart.
And all of a sudden, they're like, what you doing to me?
Woo. And what, I don't even know how we got there.
I don't. I had to rewind.
I had said, how do we get
so
here?
We're talking about the witnesses and then...
into phone sex.
Yeah, because it was just silent at one moment.
But I think that silence is all they needed. That's all they needed. It was a late night. It was a sexy voice. And that's all they needed.
That's all she wrote.
And he heard her moaning and he was just like, I got her right where I want her.
Once again, he got her right where he wants her. Jax, stand up. Stand up.
She be weak in the knees. She be weak in the knees. And her friends were judging her.
Yeah.
Because once she was like kikiing on the phone, like, who got you smiling like that?
Okay, fine, but no judgments. It's a client.
Oh, what?
I just said no judgment, Autumn.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm just a bit confused. Yeah, I mean, is this person a criminal?
He's being falsely accused.
Your client.
I thought you defended criminals.
Yeah, she was like, well, he's innocent. I mean,
she was fighting for her man.
Fighting.
And then outside of the courtroom.
Everywhere. Now, what about you? Let's say I was on some love and locked up. How would you feel?
I would not accept this.
You wouldn't accept it. But it's love.
Is it? Let's be honest here. Is it? Is it lust?
I would be like, how did you get here? How did
I would need to know A through Z.
Yeah.
Like, how exactly did you end up speaking to this person? What made you want to speak to this person? Why are you speaking to this person?
These are all valid questions that I would have to ask myself. Because how did I get here? Now, another question. What do you feel about, let's say you're dating someone and he, wrongfully accused, gets wrapped up and in jail. Do you cut him off?
I have to.
You're cutting him off. I gotta put me first.
Put me first.
You've been together, this is your boyfriend, 2 years.
Okay. You're just upping the ante at this point. You want me to stay with this man in jail so bad.
He did.
You want me to stay with him in jail so bad.
Ride or die.
I never said I was one of those girls. I told you time and time again.
Never been.
I'm not a ride or die kind of chick. I'm going to always put me first.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I have to.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm a ride, but I'm not dying with you. I'm not gonna do it.
Because I'm always going to be like, if the roles were reversed, is he going to do that to me? There's very few papooses out here. Very few.
Not the papoose.
Very few. And
very
that was his
slim
wife.
to none.
Okay? You talking about boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah. When it's marriage, it's different.
It's a little different.
If you was married, it would be...
I can't see myself being nobody's wife. I'm so sorry.
Throw the whole scenario away.
Flip it on you. So if you were married,
Okay.
let's put how many years we're gonna have to
Marriage.
Yeah.
All right. You tell me. You're creating the scenario.
You're married with kids at this point.
How old are the kids? How old are my babies?
You're married with twins.
Twins.
You just had
Phil
babies.
and Lil. Okay.
Yes, Phil and Lil.
Uh-huh.
Your man got locked up.
Okay.
Now,
What did he do?
same situation here.
Wrongfully accused.
Wrongfully accused. We don't even know.
I
He
know.
was with the friend.
Okay.
His knife ends up in someone else's.
Why he got
neck.
a knife? Okay. What does he do for a living?
Same thing. He is Damon.
He is Damon.
He's Michael Ealy's character. Yes.
So he's a mechanic, has a knife,
Mm-hmm.
drops it, brawl, don't know left from right. Knife is in someone's neck.
Mm-hmm.
He's accused.
He has an attractive public defender as well.
Why are we putting this into it? Why are we giving him a mistress?
This is what it
I'm
is.
out. Now I'm out. Because he's doing late night calls with her. I'm out. You're a
He got
criminal
a
and
phone.
you're cheating.
He got a phone, but he's not calling
He's
you.
not-
He's calling her.
So what was I supposed to do with this scenario? What was I supposed to do with this scenario?
Lizzie? That's your husband.
He was not loyal to me. You're a criminal and
Okay.
you're cheating.
The defender's a man then. Let's not.
Is he still cheating?
No. He's not attracted to his defender. He's calling you.
Okay.
You sticking by your man? He got
If I believe he is innocent, I would stick beside him.
okay, and he's just been convicted 15 years.
What do you mean?
That's the sentence that Damon got. 15.
15 to life.
15 to life. What say you?
I can't answer that.
What's the point of you telling me to do the scenario if you can't even answer it? That's hard.
That's
really
hard because it's married. We're married. We have kids.
Okay, let's take away the marriage. Let's take away the kids.
Okay,
This
then
is
I'm
your
out.
boyfriend.
I'm out. There's nothing. In 15 years, if I'm still single, what's up?
Okay. And
I can't. I'm not going to hold
in
my
15
life.
years, that's what? You're going to be what? About 45, 46?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. If he
I'm not
loved
gonna-
me, he would have told me, don't even stay up for me.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
me.
I'm not. I would never wait for you to wait.
for you.
I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to live my life. If it's meant to be, it will be.
I think those are kind words.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That makes
You
sense.
figure out what you got to do.
He has to say
Good
that.
behavior, he get out in 2 years.
For 15?
Never mind. Never mind.
No, that's wrong.
This is just not our life.
No.
It's not our ministry.
I'm a fan of Love After Locked Up, that whole series, but I'm always looking at them like,
A lot of them start off with like letters, right? They're
yeah, a
just
lot
pen
of them
pals.
like, some of them are like friends of friends. They end up like just writing to each other. Some actually go seek people in jail because I guess they like the whole like, you're in one place.
Yeah, so
So I can control that. You can't
I don't
cheat
gotta
on
worry
me.
about you outside. Less stress. Okay.
But all of them, I'm always like,
How do we get here?
you fool.
You fall. If they fall in love. I never really watched that show, but anytime I do, it's always drama.
Yeah, very
and-
few success stories. Very
Yeah.
few. Like, I
Because
can
once
count
they
on my
get out,
hands.
they see the world.
Yeah.
They're not trying to.
And a lot of them go in at such a young age. Like when they come out, they're still mentally that age.
Yeah.
And you know, with technology and social media and all that, they're like, this is a whole new world. For
Yeah.
real, for real.
Thank you for keep holding me down, but I gotta go.
And these people be like, you said we would get married once we got out. Like, you really believe that? That's
No.
so crazy that you believe that.
No.
Delusional.
Delusional. But good luck to them. Good
Yeah.
luck to all those.
All of them.
If it's for you, it's for you. Do your thing.
Kind words. Those are
That's all I am. I'm kind.
such kind words.
Okay, so let's go back. So where can we go? So at this point, right, her friends are judging her.
Yeah.
But except for her one friend, I don't know her name, Chelsea?
Definitely not. I think it's like Chanel.
Chanel. So at this point, we're talking about 2007. She's been dealing with Jamarion Jamarion been playing in her face since 2007.
She married him.
She married him.
Yep.
She invited him to her friend's wedding. He did not show.
At all.
But I also was like, why would you think he would show a famous football player? He's not just going to come to your cousin's wedding.
Yeah, she's delusional as well.
He was never coming.
At all.
He was never coming. But that should have been a red flag to her. Like, this is the first sign of him saying he's going to do something and he's not going to do it.
Right. The follow through is not there. Ever. Has never been there.
That's always red flag number one. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
The consistency.
Sometimes you got to learn the hard way. But she actually tells Jax, like, don't worry about no one says. Do what you want to do. Of course she's going to say it. Because she's doing what she wants. She's like, who cares?
She said, love is love.
Love is love. Do what you feel is right. So she encourages it.
She did.
So then Jax meet up with Damon.
I keep forgetting that he has a name.
He does have a name.
I'm so used to saying just Michael Ealy.
Michael Ealy. And they go, this is the next day after they had their late night session. And he, she's like, we need to talk about the case. He's like, I don't want to talk about the case.
Now he don't care about his life.
Y'all need to be talking about this case. He's going on trial.
I was pissed when he said that.
What are you talking about?
What's your priority here?
Sir, we can talk about that if you get out. Right now, we need to work on getting you out because there's no future if you fail tomorrow.
He wants to sit and have googly eyes with her.
Yes, like,
I got time for that.
No, and think about the outside. No,
you're gonna be looking up at the outside because you're not going to be on the outside.
You're not going to be there. And Jax should have said, "Let's talk about the case."
But love is love.
Love is love. She's in too deep. That's when I said we lost her.
We lost her.
Once she started not focusing on the job, I said she's gone.
And y'all want to be interlocking your little fingers?
Yes.
What's this, guys?
Where was the guards? No touching.
No touching.
No touching.
What is this? That's why I said, like, it's possible they could have had a conjugal meetup.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because
I'm not taking it off.
What y'all doing?
I'm not taking off the docket.
I can't.
I'm not. It's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so should we... I also want to get into Jax and her mom and Paul.
Yes. That story is a story.
It's a story. So initially in one of our past episodes, you did make the prediction that Paul might have sexually abused her.
Yeah.
I said, what are you talking about?
You did.
Until this episode.
What you got to say to me now?
You were right. Absolutely. Paul has been gone for some time.
10 years.
10 years.
I'm like, what?
And the mama opened him back with open arms.
Open. She said, I can't be alone.
She said, I'm proud of you, baby. So, but his words, he said, I apologize for everything I put you through when I was drinking, for what I did when I was drinking.
As in, like, that's not the real me.
That's not the real me. And I did that because I was drunk.
Yes.
So they're not saying what it is, but it's like how I made you feel and how I made your mother feel.
Yeah.
It's giving that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then Jax goes over her mom, like, you failed me.
Yeah.
So I'm like.
She said, someone asked me that question.
Someone asked me that, and now it's coming full circle. You failed me.
It was you.
It was you. And the mom's like, everybody deserves second chances, baby.
She said, isn't that what you do for a living?
Every day. You give people a second chance at life. Why can't I do the same?
It ain't the same, mama.
It ain't the same. And the mom is delusional too, or she has a certain viewpoint of love, of toxic love. Like, oh, don't worry. One day you'll love somebody where you can always forgive them.
Right.
It's like, that's not okay.
No. Her mama failed her.
Her mama did fail her. Now, what are your thoughts about forgiveness? As far as, I feel like it is a spectrum.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. But let's say someone hurts you really bad. If they say sorry, you're like, okay. Or do you hold grudges?
I think I do hold grudges. But I guess it would depend on what they did and how badly I was hurt.
Yeah.
Because, I do believe in people having second chances, but at the same time, it's like, I don't. It's all circumstantial.
It is. It's like,
not black and white.
I forgive you, but I don't forget what you did.
Could never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Because I know me, I have a very like forgiving heart, but it's like I do draw the line. It was like, if you made me feel like so hurt to the point where I can't even talk to you, I can't do anything with that.
Yeah. But do you forgive them for yourself, or do you forgive them for them?
Are they apologizing because they feel bad, or are they apologizing
just to apologize?
Just to say they did?
Yeah.
I think you have to forgive them for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be holding on to that. That's bad for you and your health.
And that gives them power.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. You can't be giving these people power. So like, I forgive you, but be blessed. Go along.
Yeah.
But Jax, she does not. I don't think she doesn't forgive Paul.
I don't think she forgave Paul, but she still just has to be cordial with him because that's her mom's husband. And I don't even think she really forgives her mom, but at the same time, it's like, you're my mom. Like, I still want you in my life because when she ends up losing the case, like the first person she runs to is her mom.
It's her mom. Even though I just, told you failed me, but you're always there for me too. It's like tricky.
It's very tricky.
It is very tricky. But Paul, the mom needs to really evaluate.
Who do you really want in your life? Because she didn't forgive what did the dad do? The dad was like in and out of jail, she said.
And he was an alcoholic too.
And he was an alcoholic. Ooh, ma'am.
Ma'am. Was he alcoholic?
I don't know. You just added that.
We be lying. We be lying on the show.
We be lying, y'all. But even if it was, ma'am, you need to look into why you're only dating alcoholics. Your daughter's into criminals. You're into alcoholics. Let's talk about that.
Let's really dive deep there. What's that about, y'all? Something's a little off.
What was the grandma into? Is this a cycle?
Grandma was into the crack. Like, what's going on?
Not the crack.
What's going on?
Y'all got to get it together, because what is the daughter going to be into? Come on.
Ooh, the baby girl. Ooh, I think she'll be into like liars.
I don't want that.
We don't want this. The cycle needs to stop.
But who's it going to stop with?
You got to stop with Jax.
She's already into criminals.
It stops there. She needs to not. And she's already not paying her daughter a lot of attention. So who knows what she's been doing up and down to school? Who knows? Who knows? So let's get into the case.
The case. Ooh. All right.
We got the jury. We got two strong cases, if you will. Everyone wants...
Well, what's the jury?
What?
All white.
They were all white?
They were all white.
Every single one of them?
Every single person on that jury was an all white jury. So at the end of the day, they don't care.
They don't care.
They do not care. As long as, like, and at the end of the day, what's his face? Michael Ealy becomes like the main suspect. So it's like, whatever black man you have on the stand.
That's it.
That's it. He did it.
He did it. But like we said before, his case did not look good. It wasn't a strong case.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't. And the DA, once Michael Ealy gets on the stand, the DA is like, so you was beating him up. So his temper goes through the roof. Like, I ain't kill that man.
Yeah.
And got the whole jury's like, whoo.
And they're white.
Yes.
You're scaring the white people.
Angry black man is all they need. They said, angry black man. That was the one.
He did it.
Because you already got Coleman switch sides, the friend.
Yes.
Because he wanted to save himself. Mm-hmm. So he said, yeah, he did it. Because when Jax approached Coleman, you can tell he just said it to get out. Because like he don't remember nothing from that night, but he remembers Damon stabbing the guy.
Yeah.
It's like, your story's not right.
And he had a history of violence.
She said, let me tell you something. I got this file from your middle school, was it? You were stabbing kids left and right in the 8th grade.
So you have a history with knives.
Yes, with knives. Miss Ma'am does her research.
Yeah. She was doing good.
She was. And I feel like that would have been good if he didn't lose his temper. I feel like he could have got out.
He became angry black man on the stand.
Yeah.
And that scared the white people.
Scared. Like, he's scary. He definitely killed
They don't
them.
want to be in the courtroom with him ever.
No. They don't feel safe.
Send him upstate.
Upstate.
He's scary.
Yes. It comes to the verdict. Damon Cook, guilty. 3rd-degree murder.
Second.
That too. 2nd-degree murder. And he is whipped away into the handcuffs.
And he just accepted his fate.
He knew. And, she apologized. And he definitely don't blame her.
No.
I think he knew it was a chance. She told him it was going to be a risk.
Yeah.
But he's upset. So she is just, at this point, I guess that was kind of like her last straw where she just packed up her, I can't do this no more.
Yeah. First of all, the DA, Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel.
A whole munch. With this tired wig. What was on his head?
At first I was like, who is this? Miguel? They played with that wig. And then you tried to
You never thought about it. You, me, bringing 2 of LA's biggest constituencies together, showing off our cute Afro-Latino babies.
Oh my God, please. Are you serious?
And he was serious.
He was. That's why I said he's a whole munch.
He was
She was
dead
like, you thought I
serious.
was feeling you? Never. You've never been on my watch.
You thought I wasn't feeling you?
And he's like, we could have Afro-Latino babies. And she
Come
said,
on,
what are you
me and
saying to
you.
me?
In a political, mommy, come on. No.
Mind you, he was the main one that said, I will not be in this position in the future. Like, I'm out of here. I'm going to be where the money resides.
Yes.
And she's like, I'm going to fight for the people.
She did.
16 years later, she is actually where the money resides.
Where the money
He is still working in government.
He's still a DA.
Yeah. And he said
I
he was
haven't
not going to
realized
do
that. I haven't realized that.
He needs to be on the board.
I did not even realize that.
We'll get into, he needs to be on the board.
Look how life works. Look how life works. And he's stuck.
He was the first one that was like, I'm leaving this.
And he got some big awards, or you think he's big. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he liked her.
And look at you.
He needs to be on the board.
He'll be on the board. We're going to put him on the board. Okay. So she quits that job. It was too much. It was too much.
She had a track record on her wall of successful stories here. And because her love,
I couldn't say
away.
I couldn't say my love. This is not for me.
Girl.
This is not for me. I have to go. She failed. She felt like she failed the system.
Minorities and black people. She was just, I'm leaving.
Damon Cook to her was to save all black men everywhere.
He was the one that got away.
He was the one that got away.
That's how she's looking at it.
Her speech to the jury, they thought it was cute and didn't do nothing for them. They're
I
like,
wasn't even listening to her.
They're like, let's save, don't, let's break the cycle. They're like, but they did it. These black men did it. They don't care.
No. She was preaching to the wrong crowd.
The wrong crowd. So he's in jail. She goes to visit him. And they have just tears and just wishing what could have been. Yeah. And he said, you got to go. Fly. Be free. He said,
be free. Chase your dreams. He gave her the whole spiel. Okay?
Yes.
Don't worry about me.
I'm going to be all right. I'm just a criminal.
I'm just happy to see you win.
Yes. But you're going to be a big boss, so you're not going to even think about me. Meanwhile, she been thinking about you. And it's going to...
He literally predicted her future. He was just like...
He did.
You're going to be someone big.
That's what I'm saying. This is her true love. He sees
her.
her.
It's not off the table that they did not have sex.
We're not taking it off the table. So she's hurt because you don't want this to end. No. But he said, be free. Don't talk to me. So she's in a daze, driving in a daze, not blinking, just not looking at stop signs.
Damon's on her mind.
Damon's on her brain. And she, of course, crashes.
Into a parked car.
Who was in that car?
Her future husband.
And I said, I rolled my eyes because this is not life. You don't get out of love and just crash into your future husband's car.
She went from one day to another because she saw him and she was like,
Oh. And then who gets hit in the back of her and doesn't come up? What's wrong with you?
yeah, that's what I thought. This is not real.
This is not real.
He would have cursed her out in real life.
Like, what the heck
I'm
is wrong
parked
with
and
you?
you're hitting me?
And crashing into me? What's
You're gonna
wrong
pay for
with
this.
You? Get your insurance people on the line. That's how. But it could just be a New York thing.
We're angry?
Yes, you know we are. We want to fight.
At the wedding, she caught the bouquet.
She did catch the bouquet.
And I thought, watching him, like, she gonna meet her husband at the
I was
at the
waiting for
wedding.
him. I was waiting for him to pop up like, can I have this dance?
Yeah.
I was
After
waiting.
She caught the bouquet. I'm like, oh,
I was waiting. He's going to catch the gardener. Like, I was waiting. But they want to do it this way.
sure.
She crashes and it's love at first sight. And I said, okay.
It's Lewis.
I was happy to see him. Because I do like Lewis and her. I do like them.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's home and she gets 2 missed calls. One from Damon, one from Lewis.
One, they're always on her mind.
Always. And she's always on their mind.
Always.
So she calls one of them back. They want us to think like, who did she call back? But she says, are you busy? That can only be Lewis because we know Damon's not busy. He's not doing anything. He's in his shop.
And mind you, he just left her house. Because remember, this is when he didn't give her the money back.
I thought this was still in the past.
No, this was the next day.
I thought this was still in
No, this was like
2007.
in the future. Because remember, she had like her headscarf on and everything. Her hair was straight again.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like that same night.
Oh, I thought it was in 2007. That's what I was like, okay.
Because they had the fashion down for sure. For
They did.
2007.
The baby fat, the low rider jeans, like they had it
The
good.
Coach bag.
Yes.
The makeup, the crazy blush that we
Yes.
used to do. The pumps, platform pumps.
Absolutely.
I said, okay, they got
On
it
point.
together.
Go ahead, wardrobe.
Yeah, but I noticed her hair was straight
Okay.
at the end when she
All
made the
right.
call.
So who does she call? Okay. We're here in the writer's room answering questions, comments, and concerns. So we didn't get into Derek's case this episode.
We didn't see Derek at all.
We didn't see Derek at all. So our main suspects are still there. Yep. No new additions.
We have the partner.
Yep.
We have the cousins.
Yes, both of them.
Cousins. The husband.
Yes, Kalisha's husband.
Derek's wife now.
Derek's wife is up there. Yep.
Who else?
Derek himself.
Derek.
He's not free.
That's 6 people. Yeah.
Yep. That's all of them.
Now we need to put up the DA.
Why are you putting him up there?
Because he liked her. She played him. And
So
now
what do you think?
he could have a history. He could snap because he saw her life projecting a certain way.
Jealousy.
There we go.
Okay.
And she played him. She did
Right.
not take him. Or she
Yeah.
didn't accept him or whatever. And yeah, it could be jealousy.
So you think he killed Kalisha?
No, I'm thinking that he's the one that remember the first episode that tied her up?
Oh, so we're doing that board.
Yes. 2 different boards.
2 different boards.
My bad.
The first board is the Kalisha board.
Well,
so
we
now,
could only do that second board because we didn't see any of those people in this
yeah.
episode.
But those people you listed were.
Going back. Rewind.
So we're talking about who wrapped up Jax.
Jax.
Who wants her dead?
Yeah.
DA's on the board.
On the board.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But we can also add Kalisha's cousin.
Oh, yeah. She don't like her.
She don't like her at all. And then we can also add Will. Will's not done.
Will, yes. Will, the crazy person.
He's not done.
But we could also add Damon because he has a temper.
He does, but he loves her.
I don't
Will
rule
gonna
him
live here?
out. No, I don't rule him out. And he's a criminal.
That's not true.
Excuse me?
We don't know.
He just confessed. Remember, that's how he got out.
Because he just want to get out.
We don't know what he was going through in the jail. And she was very trusting, giving her address to him. He knows where she lived. He didn't give her money back. He has her where he wants her. Very trusting. He could also blame her if he really wanted to on why he was in jail. All of that could be brewing.
I
in his
wouldn't
mind.
be surprised if he has ulterior motives.
Yeah, so he's definitely on.
Because he's almost too good to be true.
Right.
But then we also see that he does have a good heart. Like, he doesn't like being a criminal. Like, when he see his brother into that mess, he doesn't want to be involved until he gets involved. So sometimes he only needs a little push.
Yeah. You never know with Damon. Damon is a tricky character.
He is. Okay, so Damon's, dang, hate to see you up there, Day. Hate to see him up there.
I gotta put her husband up there too.
Lulu,
I'm sorry.
why?
Because
Nah,
I can just see.
Take him off.
No, I can just see if whatchamacallit, Spence is Damon's son.
Okay.
He would be upset because they're like
As
best
any
friends.
man
Yeah,
would.
they're like best friends. So of course he's gonna take his anger out on her. And
Not
if
in
he
that
sees
way.
the love between these two, Damon and Jax, he could be jealous and be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Take his anger out on her.
Fine. Not taking it.
But he's on that board
Put.
because he could be a surprise.
He could be a surprise. Also put the guy,
The partner?
her partner.
Yeah.
Not Derek's partner.
No. Yeah, I know
hers.
who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
The one who works with her. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he doesn't like the way she's moving. He has some motive.
He low-key hates her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, kind of big time.
A lot of men hate her.
Why is that? They don't like to see a powerful black woman. Okay. We got a good board.
Could Derek be up there?
Oh, yeah. Because if, let's say Derek actually, he did this, and let's say he gets out free, why would he do it? Why would he?
Everybody's
I want
a
him up
surprise.
there, but I don't know why.
I know what you
Because
mean.
she's trying to help him. So
Yeah.
what does she have?
But that's the same for Damon. She tried to help him. She failed.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Could be. We'll see. We'll see. Do you feel? Let's talk about the main premise of this episode. Who is her true love? Do you think who do you think really, really has her heart?
I think Damon really has her heart, but something about him I just don't trust.
The way they met.
The way they met,
shaky.
the way he goes from like very kind to going off on someone. He just has a dark side.
He does have a dark side, and I think she's attracted to her relationship with her mother, and what she sees with her mother attracts her to Damon.
And her admitting that she loves criminals. Where did that come from, lady?
Where did that lady?
Who's the first criminal you was with then?
But the way this episode was, it seemed like she never really had like real relationships. Like this was kind of like her first kind of guy that got her really excited, maybe.
So then when she sent that letter to him talking about I love criminals, what are you talking? What do you mean? What are you saying?
I don't know.
Were you talking to other criminals and then you finally sent him this letter?
What letter?
She sent him a letter saying that she loves criminals. She
I
sent
thought
him
she
like a
was talking
love
to
letter in
us.
like the first episode.
She did.
I mean,
She
he
did.
kept it all those years.
He did. He did. Hello, he did.
Little stalkerish.
I think Damon has her heart, but Lewis is who she needs.
Yeah.
And is better for her. But Lewis is a little cray too.
All of them are.
All of them. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Anything else you want to add to the board or anything else you want to say?
No. Are you comfortable with everyone on the board?
It's a good board. I'm comfortable. We'll see if we're knocking off people or adding them. Probably adding. We'll see.
Yeah.
So we're solving two cases. We're solving who's trying to kill her, who's trying to kill Jax, and who kills Kalisha.
Black women.
Black women. Especially in today's society.
Come on, y'all.
Black women are not being protected, y'all. Drake, okay?
It's not safe for us.
It's not. And we see it here. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. All right? All right. So if you guys I don't know what you guys want to do. But make sure you guys are following us on all social media platforms at Seriously Podcast, SERIESOY Podcast, and watching us on Black Oak TV. Until next time, send us your questions, comments, and concerns, and we'll be back.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.